Hey gang, David Shapiro here with a brand new video. It is Christmas and I don't celebrate Christmas, so I have lots of free time because nobody else is doing anything. So today we are going to learn, let's see, how many do we have? We've got 17 white collar jobs that ChatGPT can help you with. It can either help you get the job or help you do the job. So starting from the top, we'll do project manager. I am a new project manager. How do I do my job? As a project manager, your primary responsibilities will likely include planning and defining scope of the project, managing project team, tracking progress and performance, communicating with stakeholders, managing risks and issues, ensuring quality, managing the project budget and resources. Overall, the key to being a successful project manager is to have a strong planning and communication and problem-solving skills, as well as the ability to motivate a team. Okay, great. I've got my first meeting in 15 minutes. What do I do? Here are some steps to prepare for your first meeting as a project manager. Review the agenda. If there is an agenda for the meeting, be sure to review it beforehand so you have a clear understanding. Familiarize yourself with the project. Here, let me zoom in a little bit just so you can see this. There we go. Review any relevant documents, prepare any materials you need, plan your introduction, consider any potential questions or concerns, arrive early. That's a good one. Okay, cool. So, great. Like, what tools do I need as a PM? There are many tools that can be helpful for project managers depending on the task specific. Project management software, Asana, Trello, and Microsoft Project. Communication and collaboration tools, Slack, Teams, Google Hangouts. Document management, Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive. Time tracking tools like Toggle, Harvest, and TimeCamp. I'm not familiar with those, so there you go. Budget tracking tools, QuickBooks, Xero, Zoho Books, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Risk management tools. Cool. And this is where I'm no longer pretending. Okay, I don't know the first thing about budgets. Help. And hang on, I'll let you watch. The sunlight's getting in my eyes. Okay, and I'm back. Let me make sure I'm not saturating the microphone here. Hello. Okay, cool. I'm still playing with my new the Tempest 512. I love it because I can get really close and you can hear me really well. Is that creepy? I'll stop doing that. Okay. Let's see. Managing a project budget can be challenging. Define the budget. Identify budget categories. Estimate costs. Allocate budget. Monitor and control budgets. Cool. So great. What about politics and social and stuff? What should I watch out for as a PM? So I'm cheating. I'm adding a little bit of knowledge that I have. So being a project manager is mostly a social role. Network error. Thumbs down on that. Regenerate response. Only one message at a time to complete before sending or wait 1 minute. Okay. Well, I think you get the idea. So we will move on from project manager. So we'll clear that one out, and this is at a timestamp of 3:55. So while we're waiting for this to go, 3:55, and I'm taking notes so that I can do the YouTube chapter things. Okay, cool. New chat. All right, product owner. I am a brand new product owner for a software company. Help. Congratulations on your new role as a product owner. You play a crucial role in the development. Okay, so define the product vision and roadmap. You will work with your team and stakeholders to define the long-term vision, blah, blah, blah. Prioritize features and requirements. Communicate with stakeholders. Make decisions. As the product owner, you will have the ultimate decision-making authority for the product. Measure and analyze product performance. You'll need to track and analyze key features. Yep, you have to have a deep understanding of the market. Good luck with your new role. It's very, very helpful and very optimistic and very sunny. Okay, so for communicating with stakeholders, what are the key questions I should ask? As a product owner, it's important to communicate regularly with stakeholders to ensure that everyone is aligned on the product vision and roadmap. It occurs to me that you might need to ask what a product vision and roadmap is, so we'll ask that in just a second. And then we'll also ask, how do you get certified for this? Like, what kind of credentials do you need in order to do this job? Okay, so blah, 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 there's good stuff here. Wait, what is a product vision and roadmap? Sorry, I have way too much fun with this. A product vision is a long-term statement that describes the ultimate goal or purpose of a product. It provides a clear direction, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. So we'll let this finish, and then we'll say like, okay, actually I lied. I don't have the job yet. How do I get the job? Actually, I lied. I don't have the job yet. I want this job. How do I get it? Cool. Congratulations on your interest. It's just ready to roll with it. Gain relevant experience. Okay. Build a strong portfolio, product related work. Let's see. Networking. Participating in events. And so one thing that it didn't mention yet is user stories. This can be really great at user stories. Understand the role. Okay. I heard someone mention user stories. Teach me how to write user stories. So if you start a new job and someone uses a term that you don't know, you ask ChatGPT, I promise. Unless it's a very specific term of art, it will probably, there you go. As a type of user, I want some goals so that some reason. As a frequent traveler, I want to be able to search for flights by destination and dates so that I can find and easily book a trip. There you go. All right, cool. We will call that done. So we're at 7:20. And we're switching over to medical billing. All right, so let's say that you want to be a medical billing specialist. Okay, so I am a medical billing specialist. Tell me what my job entails. As a medical billing specialist, your job is to handle the process of submitting and following up on claims with insurance companies. So I had the pleasure of interviewing a medical billing specialist to see how I could help them with AI. And this tool replaces most of what I was going to do for them. Okay, so in addition to submitting claims, you may be responsible for tracking the status of claims, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so great, thanks. My first client has a medical claim that was denied with some arcane code that doesn't mean anything. Let's see. How can I prosecute this claim? What's my next step? If a medical claim has been denied by an insurance company, the first step you should take is to review the reason of the denial. The insurance company should provide specific reason for the denial, often in the form of a denial code, along with any supporting documentation. Once you have a clear understanding of the reason for the denial, you can begin to take steps. This is perfect, by the way. Inaccurate or incomplete information. Yep, services are not covered. Services are deemed medically unnecessary. Coding errors. Okay, cool. Excellent, thanks. I'm getting ready to call the insurance company back. What should I do to prepare for this call? Before calling the insurance company to discuss a denied claim, it's a good idea to gather all the necessary information. The denied claim, the specific reason, any additional documentation or information. It's also a good idea to prepare a list of questions. Yes, that's what I was going to ask next. Claim number, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay. Give me a list of suggested questions to ask. Here's a list of suggested questions. All right, and we'll call this a day because moving right along. Excuse me. And we are at 10 minutes, 10:06, and we're moving right along to paralegal. All right, new chat. I am training to be a new paralegal. Um, Help me do my job, please. As a paralegal, you will play a vital role in supporting the company's attorneys, conduct legal research. This may involve using online resources and databases, drafting legal documents, assisting with trial prep, communicating with clients. You may be responsible for maintaining contact, managing case files. Great. Okay. Great. Tell me some of those online databases you mentioned. Mention. I can spell, I promise. Please list all of them. LexisNexis, yep, that's the top of mind. If you think legal database, LexisNexis. Westlaw, I have no idea. Bloomberg Law, that sounds legit. Justia, someone from Harvard Law actually messaged me and they said that they have a case law API. Legal Law Information Institute. Okay, cool. So now I didn't even have to Google. I'm just saying, okay, what are the databases I need to get access to? Great, thanks. Okay, fantastic. Can you help me draft a let's say well, NDA. That's super standard. Draft an NDA for my first client. One of the partners is really breathing down my neck. I might have lied to get this. This is super unethical. Don't actually lie to get a job if you're using ChatGPT. But yeah, here's an example. Okay, so cool. It's gonna just draft an NDA for us. All right, so while we're on this topic, I want to say the reason I'm making this video is because this technology is game changing. It should be obvious to you by now that this qualifies as artificial general intelligence. It can do any job pretty much that any human can do, and it can do more jobs than any one human can do, right? So think of it this way. What can the average human do? The average IQ is 100. This is obviously way above an IQ of 100. Now, it can't do it on its own. It doesn't have autonomy. So one of the things that most people expect AGI to have is full autonomy, full self-direction. But is that really necessary? I don't think it is. We shouldn't seek to necessarily replace ourselves. There might not be much value in that. But if you have a partner, something that can work with you, then that and makes you smarter. So what this does is it raises the floor, which means that suddenly anyone that can use a computer can get one of these white collar jobs and do it, right? So this actually levels the playing field and it'll get more people employed and we'll have less unfilled jobs. Okay, I think that's good enough for paralegal. You get the idea. So let's see, what is our timestamp? We're at 13:48, so it's about 3 minutes or so, 3.5 minutes per job. Okay, research assistant, fantastic. Oh, nope, new chat. I am a new research assistant at, let's just say Harvard, Harvard Medical School. My PI has asked me to research the best surfactants for agar plates. I don't know if that's a real thing. Let's just, yeah. Agar is a gelling agent that is commonly used in microbiological media to grow microorganisms in solid form. Surfactants are compounds to reduce the surface tension of a liquid. So there are a number of surfactants that can be used in agar plates. Okay, I just made that up. I completely, yeah. And here it goes. Now, one thing that people often say is do not assume that this is 100% right. This can tell you which way to go, but then it's like, do you have any books or papers or citations or researchers that I can look up to verify this information. So the fact that it gave you this, like we can just switch over to Google and search tween 80, like is it good for this, right? Now it's going to start citing these books. I don't know if these are real. I'm not going to go Google them. But the point is that as a research assistant, you can use this tool and it can point you in the right direction. Okay. Consult with a microbiologist. Great. Okay, fantastic. The PI is also a clinical practitioner, and he's struggling with a medical case. I know you can't diagnose, but can you help me find some direction for researching this medical case? Let's see. Sorry, let me close my Slack. There we go. All right. And we had a little brief disruption at 16:17 or so. Disruption at 16:17. Okay. So as an AI, I'm not able to diagnose. I know I can offer some general guidance on how to research. Okay, sure. National Institutes of Health, up to date. Okay. Excellent. That's fine. What I really need to know is where to find information on all the most relevant clinical trials for cancer treatments. Can you help? Okay, cool. So we'll let that run, and then in the meantime, we will move on to full stack dev. So full stack dev, we're going to start working on this at 17:14. This time is flying by. Let me tell you, man, I'm having way too much fun. New chat. Hey, I just got my first job as a full stack dev. I only know a bit of Python. Help. Congratulations on getting your first job as a full stack developer. It can be intimidating, especially if you don't feel fully prepared. That is a very kind way of saying you got in over your head. The basics of programming, learn about tools and technologies, don't be afraid to ask questions, practice, practice, practice. The more you code, the better you'll become. Stay up to date with new developments in your field, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Okay, great. My company uses AWS. What? WTF is AWS? Why do I enjoy being irreverent so much? Don't answer that question. I don't actually want to know the answer. No, I know why. It's because I'm an ENTP. Okay, so this is what AWS is for. If you'll be working with AWS as a full stack developer, great. They said to, let's see, talk to the team about their CI/CD pipeline. What is that? Sorry, I'm having way too much fun. Part of this is funny because my fiance is a product owner, and so she talks with all the IT people, the infrastructure people, and the developers, and they throw out a lot of terms, some of which she's familiar with, and others she's not so much familiar with, and so she'll ask me. And so this is basically some of the questions that I've gotten from a product owner about IT infrastructure. Okay. What IDE should I use and how do I set it up? Someone suggested VS Code. And integrated development environment is blah. Okay, cool. Here it goes. Visual Studio Code, VS Code is a popular choice. To set it up, you'll need to follow these steps. Okay, fantastic. You get the idea. It can teach you how to be a full stack developer. We're at 1950 and we're about to do Cloud Architect. 1950, Cloud Architect. Jump back over here. Hey there, no, let's say I want to become a cloud architect. How do I do it? Becoming a cloud architect typically involves a combination of education and hands on experience. Start by gaining a solid understanding of cloud computing concepts and technologies. Consider earning a degree or certification in a relevant field. AWS Certified Solutions Architect or Azure Solutions Architect Expert. I have taken some of these. It's interesting because well, 15 years in IT, all the principles are like brain dead simple to me, but the particulars are really like that's where I get tripped up. So, communication. Yes, build your communication and leadership skills. Look for job opportunities. Okay. Okay, I already got some certs and stuff, but didn't know about the communication part. Why is that relevant? Effective communication is an important skill for any IT professional, including cloud architects. As a cloud architect, you will be responsible for working with a team of developers, engineers, and other stakeholders to design and implement cloud based solutions. Oh. So, this would have been critical for me earlier in my life because I didn't know, like, if you're a kid, you don't know what job you want, you don't know what it entails. Um, Strong communication skills are an essential part of being a successful cloud architect. How do I practice? Are there books or something? Many ways you can practice and improve your communication skills. Here are a few suggestions. Seek out opportunities to speak in public or present to groups. Yes. Practice. What am I doing right now? I am presenting to a camera, which is a proxy for approximately 400 million people. Practice active listening. Read and write regularly. Writing is actually really good because yeah, it's right. The machine is right. That's the short version. Seek feedback from others. Consider taking a course or workshop. How to win friends and influence people. Someone mentioned the Toastmasters Club. What is that? The Toastmasters International is a nonprofit organization that provides a structured program for individuals to improve public speaking. I wish that it had mentioned that, but you could have gotten to that eventually. Okay, moving on. We are at 2243, and we're doing IT engineer. 2243. All right. Oops, come back here. Okay, so we're just going to assume that you're already doing this job and you want to be a better IT engineer. I'm a sysadmin, usually work on Windows, but they asked me for help with VMware. I don't know the first thing about VMware. This is from my job. VMware is a virtualization platform that allows you to create and run virtual machines on a physical host. Okay, blah, 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 blah. You'll need to start with a VMware workstation. That's actually super not what you should do. As an expert in VMware, no, do not start with VMware Workstation. This is not how you do it. Um, you need to understand vCenter and ESXi. Um, the lead sysadmin looked at me like I had two heads and laughed when I asked about VMware Workstation. Why would he do that? um, let's see. There you have it. Desktop virtualization. There. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Perfect. If your sysadmin laughed at you with your mention of VMware Workstation, it's possible that he or she was thinking of a different product. VMware offers a range of virtualization products, including VMware vSphere and ESXi. Huh, there you go. Oh. Oh, yeah. He sent me a link to something called vCenter. Sorry, I'm amusing myself because these are like almost literally conversations that I've had in my day job at one point or another. Yeah, so if there's any particular technology that you need to understand, this will help you out. We're going to switch gears real quick once this is done and ask about Active Directory. Help Active Directory Federated Services is down. What do I do? For anyone who knows what ADFS is, you'll understand why the panic. Basically, depending on how your environment is configured, if ADFS goes down, pretty much all of your services go down. Like, you can't log into email. Your front end web servers might crash. You don't. Depending on what depends on ADFS. Like, yeah. Um, so check the network, check the server and dependencies, check the database. Okay, so this is actually a problem that I had to tackle, and because I am good at my job, I zeroed in on it in about 5 minutes. Okay, um, I tried to. So this is based on an actual thing that I did. I tried to restart the ADFS service, and it failed, saying network problem. Uh, what do now? Help! What do? Check the network connection. Okay, DNS configuration. What I really want it to say is to look in event viewer. Check for software conflicts. Close. You're getting close. Check for malware. Okay, that's all right. If it so it didn't say anything about logs. So I'm disappointed in you, ChatGPT. Where else can I look? I'm really gonna try and okay, whatever. I give up. Um, let's see, 26:50 or 27 minutes, and we're on to business analyst. So business analyst is something that I have no idea how to do it. So I'm going to learn as you learn. So let's go become a business analyst together. Um, I want to be a business analyst. Um, what all does that entail? A business analyst is a professional who works with organizations to identify and solve problems related to their business operations, processes, and systems. They're responsible for gathering and analyzing data, implementing solutions. Okay, identifying and understanding business needs and requirements, analyzing data and processes, developing solutions, communicating findings. Okay, so basically just a general purpose business fixer. Certified business CBAP or CAPM. Okay, cool. Excellent. What are the most important skills I need to develop? Or like, what do I need to learn? Okay. Analytical skills. All right. So I need to identify patterns and trends, communication skills, problem solving skills, collaboration skills, excellent technical skills. Okay, so a lot of this is kind of getting rinse and repeat, so we'll move right along. 28, 29 minutes? No, 28:30, sorry. SEO analyst. I saw, so the reason that this one came up is because I saw some people online, some SEO folks, getting real anxious about this. Um, I'm new to SEO. Help me out here. What do I do? Search engine optimization is the practice of optimizing your website to improve its ranking in search engines. Okay, cool. Research keywords. Google's keyword planner. Cool. I didn't know that Google had a keyword planner. Improve your website structure and organization. Create high quality, relevant content. Use internal and external links. Sure. Credibility and authority. Optimize your website's metadata. So a lot of this stuff is real basic that a lot of people don't know. So one of the things that my fiance used to do was manage a website. I've done it several times, and you'd be surprised at the amount of this stuff that people just don't know. Like you build a website, and then it's like that. There's way more. Like you just scratch the surface. So one of the things that didn't even mention here was accessibility. That is a big thing for SEO today. Okay, thanks. I was on a website. No. SEO subreddit, and someone mentioned accessibility. Why is that important for SEO? And honestly, like this has broken it down so simple that if you just follow each one of these things and ask a few questions, you will already know more than like 75% of web content creators. So it's a matter of asking the right questions. All right, moving on. You can tell I'm starting to get bored. We're 30 minutes in, right? And you're probably starting to see some patterns. All right, so 30, 30. Oh, AI ML engineer. Okay, catch my breath. Catch my breath. Let's go. Um, I am brand new to the idea of AI ML. I know absolutely nothing. Help me get started. This question. I'm talking too fast. I'm tripping over my words. This question comes from my YouTube channel. There we go. Someone's like, "Hey, we're like, because AI and GPT-3 and all this stuff is really getting people interested in this stuff. So, how do you use ChatGPT to get started from like ground up?" So it's giving me edX, Khan Academy, Coursera. I learned on Udacity many years ago. That's how I got started on with Python. I already knew C or C++ and Pascal. Okay. How about Python? Teach me Python. Like no, don't give me resources. Just teach me. Just tell me what I need to know. To get started, you should take courses. No, you can do better than this. Come on, ChatGPT. Come on. No, don't give me resources. You teach me the basics of Python right now, please. Variables. There we go. I knew you could do it, ChatGPT. Data types, operators. We're probably not going to get to decorators and stuff like that, or memory management, but I'm sure it's in there and it knows this. Functions, blah, 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 blah. All right, I'm definitely running out of steam. But point being is you ask the right questions and it will give you the answers that you need. One thing that I like about this is actually the speed. It's writing it at a rate about where you can read it, maybe a little bit faster than most people can read, but you can skim, and so that you're basically taking in information at the speed, at the kind of the optimal speed that you can. Um, Wait, what are those black windows with code? How do I get that? I'm pretending to be real dumb. Okay, command prompt, blah, 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 blah. You can type in Python commands, such as press enter to run. Um, Close, it's assuming that you have Python installed. And then IDEs, etc., etc. PyCharm and Spider. You might have noticed I don't use IDEs. I find them distracting and useless. But that's me, and I know that I'm a charlatan, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Um, I used CMD prompt, and it said it didn't know what Python is. Oh, Python is not installed, or it's not in your system's path. So here you go. It's walking you through the whole process of getting started. You're welcome. All right. Social media and ad campaign. That's basically the same thing as SEO. Financial analyst. That's basically the same thing as a business analyst. Lifestyle coach. Let's skip to that one. 34 minutes in. 34 minutes and 11 seconds or whatever it was. Okay. Um, I am a lifestyle coach and I have a client who's having a hard time. I need to bounce some ideas off you. Help? I'd be happy to help. So, first, it's just going to give me some boilerplate ideas, encourage your client to talk about their feelings and experiences. You'd be surprised how often you can just kind of lose the forest for the trees and you need just these basic reminders. Now, I wasn't exactly asking for it to just launch into this wall of text, but it's very very helpful. Um, Great, thanks. Let's pick a realistic example. It's the holidays, and my client is super torn because their wife wants to go to one family, but his mom is really giving him grief over missing Christmas dinner. It sounds like your client is in a difficult situation, especially during the holidays when emotions can run high. There's a reason I'm not doing anything except having like Thai with my fiance today. Okay, encourage your client to communicate openly and honestly with their wife and mother. Help your client to set boundaries. Oh, yes, that's a good one. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Let's zero in on that. Um, Wait, what do you mean by boundaries? Explain it. Boundaries are limits that we set for ourselves to protect our emotional, physical, and mental well being. Yep, physical boundaries, emotional boundaries. I wonder if it's going to have like time, mental boundaries. Okay, mental and emotional, that's pretty similar. Um, Time boundaries. Oh, it got it, got it. Called it, nailed it. Time boundaries. Cool. All right, so here, it's being a good life coach. Fantastic. Moving right along. Tutor. It's basically being a tutor, translator. Whatever. Those are kind of boring. Entrepreneur. Let's go for the triple platinum. All right, so we're at 36 minutes and 42 seconds. 36, 42. Moving right along. Da, 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 da. I want to do a startup. Help me. I don't need this because I'm already an expert. No, I'm not an expert in anything. The Dunning-Kruger curve is it starts really high when you don't know how much you don't know, and then as you learn more that you don't know, your confidence goes way down, but then it starts to go back up. I'm on the far end of the Dunning-Kruger curve. That or I'm at the beginning one. Either way, my confidence is high. I'm either at the first bump or the last bump. All right, let's see what it said. Develop a business plan, research the market, secure funding, build a team, launch and grow. Um, Holy mackerel, that's a lot. Start from the beginning. What is step one? Step one in starting a new business is to develop a business plan. A business plan is a document that outlines your business concept, target market, financial projections, and market strategy. Wrong. I mean, that's what a business plan is, but that's not where you start. The absolute best advice for starting a business is do the thing that you're already doing, turn it into a business. Let's see. My dad says you're wrong. He said the number one thing to start a business is to keep doing the thing you're already doing. What did he mean by that? My dad didn't say that. Someone else did. But, anyways, I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, so someone told me that. It's possible your dad was trying to convey the importance of consistency and perseverance. It's also possible he was start a business based on your current skills. There you go. That's it. That's it. What am I doing? I specialized in AI, and that's what I'm doing with my startup. There we go. That middle one that you said about existing skills and stuff. I think that's right. Brain was picking the wrong word. Okay, tell me more about that. It's often helpful to start a business based on your existing skills, knowledge, or experience, as it can give you a unique perspective and expertise that can differentiate your business from competitors. What do you enjoy doing? What are you good at? Oh, is it going ikigai? What is your target market? That's what the world needs. What are the potential challenges? Oh, it's so close. So close. Um, can you recommend any YouTube channels that I can watch to help me get started? Gary V. Entrepreneur, the Entrepreneur Channel, Neil Patel. I wonder if it's going to say the School of. I don't know if any of these are real, but it has information about them. TED Talks Business. Okay. Take or any other online source with a grain of salt. Yes, absolutely. Okay, we'll call it a day. I think this proves the point that if you ask the right questions, ChatGPT can coach you on pretty much any white collar job. Thanks for watching.